Welcome Bible Stories with GN Channel. We will discuss in this video why God tests his people. First part, the Bible story begins with God creating a beautiful world and then to share it with all his creatures. And he appoints Adam and Eve to rule on his behalf. And God gives them access to his wisdom and life, but then tells them there is one tree that they cannot eat because it will cause death. So they have the choice of how to rule with God. This kind of feels like a test. Well, because it's a test. But isn't it cruel for God to test them? Well, not all tests are bad. Let's say there is a king who chooses you to fulfill a royal task because he wants to know if you are trustworthy. Well, I guess it's a test, but really it's an opportunity to do something important. And great. Okay, fine. But then we say there is a rebel who hates the king and you, and he tries to convince you that you'd better not act like a king. Asks, well, the rebel is setting a trap. Okay, so a test can be an opportunity or a trap, and the difference is whether the one you're testing is your best interest in mind. I understand good, and both types of tests appear early in the Bible. God tells them to eat the fruit of the tree of life, and not the forbidden tree, yes. This is a test of God's faithfulness. God wants humans to rule the world with their partners, which means they will need them, trusting their own wisdom. But then a rebel comes and tempts them to eat from another tree. Okay, fine. The rebel grab this occasion turns it so that he can lead. Human exile and eventual death. He turns the test into a trap, but after humans fail, God promises that one day humans will come, who will pass the test and defeat the snake. And as the story goes, God gives a couple named Abraham and Sarah a chance to leave your family behind to go and trust him a new land where God will use them to restore their blessings to all people. So this is a test. And at first things go well, but Abraham soon fails. He lies to protect himself, and then he and Sarah plan to have a son their own way, abusing one of their servants, definitely not passing the exam. But God does not leave Abraham. He gives her one last chance, a test to prove her loyalty. God told Abraham to go up a hill and make an offering, his son, as a sacrifice. I can't imagine a more intense test, and Abraham does it. But at the end, God stops and provides a substitute animal in place of his son. God then says that he will fulfill his promise through Abraham's family because he passed this test.